We're on the Waihee Ridge Trail today, and we're maybe 15 minutes in. The first part is very steep up that like paved area, but otherwise the path is kind of a slow incline upwards. It's nice. And we started this one late. We arrived at the parking lot at 4 p.m. so there were no cars, which is awesome. Oh, look, there's a bench. This is where the guy was saying there's a good view. First viewpoint is pretty nice. So this took us 15 minutes. I mean, it might take a little longer if you don't like inclines. I would call it an intermediate incline. I don't think it's too crazy at all. And it's so nice. You can see the waterfall and you can hear the birds up here. So we started our hike at 4 p.m. We had every intention of coming earlier today, but it's 4 o'clock. It's a little bit overcast, and honestly, it's very nice and cool now that I don't even feel that bad about starting right now. But if you do need more time, obviously don't do this, start earlier. But there was no issue finding parking at all when we arrived. Most of the lot was empty. I mean, there was maybe 10 cars, and I've heard that people come really, really early and then fight to get parking spots here. And on top of that, the road to kind of come up is very narrow and windy. So I would be sort of nervous leaving when a lot of people are coming up because of how narrow the road is. So far I'm really happy about how things are going. Well, it says there's a viewing platform 200 meters away, but the view here is already really nice. This is views all the way up. It hasn't even been 20 minutes, and we've had some really nice views. Past the lookout, the trail just walks along the view. It's wide enough that it's not an issue, and the view is unreal. Like today is an overcast day, and it's still really, really nice. Official time for the 1 mile mark is 29 minutes, so we're halfway there. It's gotten a lot more lush and windy, but I would not want to be here after it rains. I think the ground would be pretty muddy. This is the dragon's back. You can see here the eye, and this is its back. We've been walking around it, and this is the trail. The view has been so nice, and we've encountered people going down, but obviously because we started so late, we haven't encountered anybody going up. And even though it is cloudy, it's not foggy. You can see all the way out into the water. I wonder if we look close enough if we can see whales. Not saying that everyone should start this hike at 4 p.m., but the thing that we really like is that it's really just not too hot. The sun isn't burning on us. We met some guys in the parking lot who said they drank all their water in the first 30 minutes because it was so hot. And absolutely bring water if you're coming. Or come later in the day. It's really nice. I imagine this is what it would be like if it was raining recently. I thought we were gonna hit the peak because there's a spot right here that's really the highest, but the trail keeps... Oh, that was 1.5? Yeah. Nice, okay. 1.5 miles, 50 minutes. So it took us 20 minutes to walk that half mile. You can see some people coming down if you look closely on this like switchback. I won't lie to you, I thought that we were at the top because I felt like we had already climbed to what we saw was the peak. But we're not there. We still have half a mile more of mountain climbing up this switchback. 2 mile marker here at 1 hour and 5 minutes. It's got to be close because I thought it was only a 2 mile hike. With the picnic table, we made it. We're so high up. I feel like we're in the clouds. We climbed way higher than I thought that we would. We did stop to see something that we thought was a red bird, but in fact it was just a red flower. But total time, 70 minutes, so an hour 10 to get to the top. And it's, wow, it's beautiful. And there's no one here because we started so late in the day. I'll take a big panorama for you. This was worth it. I really liked this hike. I would absolutely not do it if it was too sunny because there's not a lot of shade on the path, and definitely don't come if it has rained recently or it's raining, because a lot of the like cracks in the ground are very muddy. Even coming up here, it was kind of muddy, and I don't think it's rained for like the last 5 days at least. So don't do it in the rain. Don't do it when it's too hot in the day. Either come really, really early, or I would say like come after 2 p.m. If you look closely off the side, you can even see Haleakalā. I mean, she's tall, but we're pretty high up. She doesn't look that much bigger than we are. It is definitely cooler up here, but I think because we've been hiking, it just doesn't feel that cool. It's like really nice and refreshing with not as many bugs. There's definitely still bugs. Now that we're heading down and we ran into a family, maybe like 1.5 miles in, just a little bit past 1.5 miles in, and they're like, how much further is it? Because it's now 5:30 p.m. Parking lot closes at 7. I don't think I would want to be trapped up here after the sun sets. And I gotta be honest with you, the views up here are pretty good. So if you're coming and you're gonna bail where the plant looks like a dragon and you can see this insane view. In my opinion, it doesn't really get that much better than this. Still, I think it's a great hike. It's definitely worth doing. There's so many views all along. It's really nice. So when you're coming up, you're gonna see this high ridge and you're gonna think, oh, that's the top, we're almost there. No, you're gonna go up the ridge and then back down and over to the other side to literally a higher mountain. So that's something that threw us off coming in here because we were kind of having a hard time gauging where we were going. But the mountain is very high. You can see over here that there's one peeking out in the clouds. We've just passed the 1 mile marker coming down. Since the hike is a little bit past the 2 mile, and by a little bit, I mean like 5 minutes of hiking past the 2 mile marker, it's taken us 32 minutes to get down, which I think is a lot faster. I feel like we're on track to do this hike in, I don't know, 2 hours and 5 minutes is my guess. That's my bet. What do you think?
I want to speed it up. Let's do 2 hours flat.
2 hours flat? Okay, let's go. It's a pretty cool tree. This is not the Cook pine, it's the Norfolk pine.
I'm not sure.
I thought it's common for Norfolk to split at the top, but not for Cook, but I don't really know. Okay, objectively, mile 1 is easier. It is way flatter. Like, sure, there's some areas that are rockier, tree branches, but there's no stairs. I think if you're coming to do this, you have to know first mile is going to make you think that the second mile is easier than it is. All right, we've hit the 2 hour and 5 mark if you account for the time that we stayed at the top, but I think we're still doing well. We're almost at the end now. We're on that, like, the first run is kind of this like very steep uphill paved road. So we're on it now. You can do this whole hike in 2 hours if you wanted to, and if you're pretty fast at hiking. We ran into some boys in the parking lot and they said it took them 2.5 hours. But then we also met a family and they said it took them almost 4 hours. So I think it depends. And we passed a couple coming down. The guy is wearing like slides. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't have the 10 essentials with me. I don't even have a jacket. But like, to hike this in sandals is crazy. Back at the parking lot and it is empty. That's us and 3 other cars, and it took us 2 hours, now 7 minutes, but 2 hours 5 minutes to get up, back down, and to stop at the top. Great hike. Little sketchy that we started a little bit late, but I mean, people are starting now. We just saw a family at 6:12 walking in. So I think if you're aware of how fast and how much time you need to do a hike, just plan accordingly. We are driving down and the overflow parking is so far down the hill. If you come here and you have to park in overflow parking, honestly, I would just go home, go do something else, come back later. It's so far. You are basically doing the entire hike before you even get to the trailhead if you're forced to park in overflow parking.